Hey everybody. Oh, we have a new adventure for you today. We are back at the Fort Hill Earthworks. And the last time we were here, it was in the dead of winter. I think it was maybe 18 degrees outside. Today, not so much. It's going to be in the mid 80s. But honestly, it feels amazing out here. There's a cool breeze blowing, and it's
not bad at all.
It's a perfect day to hike here. The last time we were here, we did not have coordinates for some of the arches that we're going to look for today. And also, because of the extreme drought conditions,
we might be able to get to them.
Yeah, this trail here, it cuts through the Baker Fork Gorge, and I think it's the Baker Fork either creek or river that goes through it. But I'm expecting it to be really, really low because of the lack of rain that we've had, and that will allow us to get to some arches that we weren't able to get to the last time. So we're really looking forward to it. So stay with us and we'll show you what we find along the way.
We can do it.
So the first time that we hiked at Fort Hill, we started on the trailhead. So I guess in a certain sense, we're cheating today because we're going in the exit instead of going up the other trailhead. But some of the arches and stuff that we want to find are closer to this end of the trail. But know this if you've never hiked a Fort Hill Gorge before. The start of the trail has like a 679 foot elevation change, and it will kick your butt. Now, this trail does have quite a few elevation changes and stairs and stuff all throughout the trail, but the beginning of the trail on the opposite end is no joke. So if we make it all the way through this today, we should be going down the hill instead of going up it, and I'd much rather do that. But we're gonna work our way. You can see there's multiple trails that intersect. The Fort Trail takes you up to the Fort Hill Earthworks, and the Buckeye Trail is behind us and to the right, as is the Gorge Trail, which was where we are heading. So when we get to some more cool stuff, we will show you. So far, coming back, going through the backside, been a pretty good little hike. It's not without its elevation changes though. There's some pretty good sized hills on the backside of the trail as well, but it's most certainly not the 679 feet that you'll encounter coming up the main entrance or the other side of the trail. But coming right up over the edge here, you can see there's this huge rock, and this thing is probably about the equivalent of 3 stories tall, rising up out of the Baker Fork Creek here. It's pretty wild. Looks like there's a little overlook over the top, so what the heck, why not go up top and go check it out? Whoa, pretty cool. It looks like we're not gonna have any problem getting across the creek. It's pretty dry and a lot of spots, so I think we're gonna be able to see the arches that we came here for today. Pretty cool. So we've made it back to the cabin, and the trail goes right through it. Pretty cool. It's a neat thing to see. So as you can see how grown up it is on this trail, the trail kind of comes up to this cabin. And this cabin has seen better days, and the roof is pretty much knocked out, so it might give you a little break if it's raining, but probably not very much. But if you ever see the movie The Evil Dead, it kind of reminds me of that old cabin house out in the middle of the woods in a certain sense. It was a lot bigger than that, but still kind of that level of creepiness. Neat, but creepy. Still pretty cool on the hike, though. Got to see it. So we found a side trail off the main trail, and there's supposed to be an arch fairly nearby. Now this is really steep. Thank God we have 2 walking sticks, but we're gonna go down this way and see what's down here. Maybe we'll find an arch.
Moving, sorry.
Once we made it into the creek bed was fairly dry. It still had a little bit of water in it, but it wasn't enough to really get our boots wet or get our feet wet. But it did allow us to see some pretty cool rock formations and some rock walls that were probably 60 feet high. In fact, one of them was one where we were standing on top of the overlook and looking down. But we continued on along the creek bed and found our way up onto the shore, where we found the next arch, and we'll show that to you next.
So my GPS coordinates that I had for Y Arch are pretty much spot on the money. We worked our way up this hillside. You see where the creek is down below. And I'm going to turn around and show you what we just found. This is a limestone arch. We're standing inside the main opening. There's another opening there. And there's another opening there. So this would be considered a double arch. Pretty freaking cool. Not too many people ever see this one. So yeah, for those of you that don't think Ohio's got some cool stuff, there are some hidden gems. You just got to be willing to go out of your way to find it. But this is Y Arch. Very, very cool. One of the coolest arches I think I've seen in Ohio. And as always, with most of our adventures, Jeannie has climbed on top of the arch. This is like the little smaller section, kind of like a little small bridge, and that's the taller part up there. Pretty cool.
Really cool.
So I wanted to give you one more look at Y Arch. One of the really cool limestone arches in Ohio. So we've been working our way over to the next arch that we want to find. But this area coming down, it's like this trail, it's kind of taking us back closer to Baker Fork Creek. You can kind of see like all these rock formations in this gorge area. Man, it's such an amazing thing to see. Such a cool place to hike. I can't recommend Fort Hill enough. If you haven't been here, you got to come check this place out.
We worked our way across a deeper portion of the Baker Fork Creek, and we finally made it to Keystone Arch. And this arch is like a great big limestone squeeze through the rocks, and it actually cuts all the way through to the opposite side of the hillside. The measurements are approximately 12 feet across and about 35 feet high, but it's a very unique formation and one that's very, very cool to see. It's pretty treacherous to get to it, but if you can make it, it's worth your time.
Okay, wanted to give you one last look at Keyhole Arch. Absolutely awesome. So I want to take a second and video this spot below the arch. So this is all limestone coming through here, and it's fairly jagged, and there's plenty of spots to get some pretty good footholds. And amazingly, it's like the rock is not as slick as it looks, but it is treacherous. I very much recommend if you come here and try this, use 2 hiking poles per hiker, because you're going to need 4 points of contact on this. Otherwise, you might slip and you might fall, and it might be a bad thing, because where we are on this trail, there's no way any kind of rescue would get to you anytime quickly from this point. So just as a word to the wise. So the last time we were here, we did not know what the name of this arch was. But we've since determined it's called Sulphur Creek Gravity Arch. Pretty neat, right along the trail. It's like, depending on which way you're coming, if you're coming from the bottom of the hill, it's on your right, and if you're coming the opposite way, it's on your left. But can't miss it, it's pretty cool. So we are on part of the trail that's taking us back to the parking lot, and the trail wraps around, takes you right past this awesome limestone arch that's called Spring Creek Arch. If you've not seen our other Fort Hill video, highly recommend you check it out. We were here in January when it was 18 degrees outside, and this arch was covered with icicles, and it kind of looked like a giant mouth with all the icicles hanging down. Icicles look like teeth. So it was really neat thing to see. Definitely worth checking that video out if you haven't seen it. But man, if you haven't hiked this trail, it's so worth it. This is so cool. I mean, if you like arches at all, you definitely get your money's worth at Fort Hill. Hey everybody.
Hi.
So we just got done with our hike, and probably bit off more than we could chew today. It's like we ended up doing 5.5 miles, but man, Fort Hill is awesome. If you love cool rock formations, arches, creeks, this is an incredible hike. But I will say this, it's like the elevation here, I mean, we went...
Changes.
Yeah, it changes and changes often. It's like, and we went the back way to try to avoid the massive hill going into Fort Hill. But there's a reason why it's called Fort Hill, because, you know, the trail takes you right up to the top, and it's probably about 1,100, 1,200 feet of elevation. And yeah, it's no joke. I mean, it'll try you, but we did it, and we ended up seeing 2 new arches that we'd never seen before, which is really cool. We were told that there's 7 arches here, and I think we've now found 4 of them. So we still got 3 to go.
Yeah,
gives us
back sometime.
gives us a reason to come back and try to find the last 3. But another great day, another great hike. But that's gonna do it for this adventure. As always, get out and hike. Have a great week, everyone. And if you like our video, please give us a like and subscribe. Thank you.